Hello, hello, hello. It's Monday morning. Yeah, it's still Monday morning, 10 a.m. almost our time. And here we are with the latest episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast where we help you build a thriving business. With me, Angelova, a business coach and consultant, and Jores Minasfant, a business consultant. Morning, Jores.
Good morning, Anna. How is everything on this beautiful third day of consecutive sunny skies? So,
Yes, yeah, it's a
mm,
really beautiful, great start of the day. And we have so much to unpack today and this week as well, right? And I
yeah,
always find that the sunshine helps so much with motivating me. And at some point, I feel like, oh, I want to get outside and not work, but this is a different
don't we all?
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and you with your Harley, right? Like the road
Yes,
is
I can't
calling you.
wait. Yes, it is calling me.
So let's get going with our conversation for today. And today we're talking about why clients choose you and stay with you when they choose you. And
Mhm.
it all comes down to the value we create. And we'll be unpacking value creation ultimately. Like, how do we create value? And if you think about it, whether you have a service, like whether you provide some kind of law services, accounting services, or even some kind of trades, right? Like you're a plumber or you now's the season people replace their fences, decks, things like this. Whether you're providing some kind of service or you're selling, manufacturing things, ultimately, what do people buy? What we buy is the transformation. We buy the improvement. We buy the relief from the pain, right? This is what we buy. We don't we don't buy the features, we don't buy the product itself, we don't buy
Mhm.
coaching services or consulting services and sessions. No, we don't buy law services, right? We buy the transformation, the improvement, we buy the freedom that comes when we have a good lawyer, right? This is what we pay for. Um, so it's really important to understand that the focus, like when it comes to value creation, like it's all about when you think about, okay, what problem, like if you remember, if you watched actually the episode where we talked about the business model canvas and specifically the lean canvas, like how we create value in the business is by solving a problem in a unique way, right? So this is how we create the value. And if you think about mm, the problems you are solving, go deeper, like understanding, like, okay, people are actually buying clarity, they're buying confidence, they're buying time. As I said, like with for example with law, they're buying like let's say it's which law do you want to explore, like immigration law, for example? People
Yeah.
in Canada, or people in Canada, like, like most of us are immigrants, and sometimes you need to involve a lawyer to help you, right? And when people get your services as an immigration lawyer, they don't buy your hourly presence and things like this. They actually buy uh, even it goes to the identity of becoming a Canadian, of being a permanent resident, of being
Mhm.
a Canadian citizen. They buy the freedom to travel within Canada, to work within Canada. This is what they buy. They don't buy again, they don't buy your services as a lawyer. And with criminal, like ultimately they buy freedom, being able to, not
Mhm.
go in jail. And really thinking that comes down to these feelings, to that even identity. It comes down to the fact that what you offer, whether it's a product or a service, it helps people become and solve something.
Very well put. One point, you need to clearly understand the value that you're delivering. You have to distinguish between uh, exactly what it is that your value is, and you have to also be able to clearly articulate that value. I mean, I've had so many people. We stand up in stand-ups or roundtables. They ask other people, "So, what is it exactly that you do?" If someone asks you that question, that means you're not articulating. Either you don't have that, you haven't reached that value creation level, or you're not articulating it properly. But if you do are able to do that clearly, understand and communicate that transformation, then you will attract more aligned clients who will uh, confidently purchase your services and go on the journey with you. So create a like focus on value creation and focus on clearly identifying that, articulating that.
Yes, absolutely. Like clearly articulating the value is so key. It's one of the three key components ultimately, right? When you think about creating value, it's like you need to know who the value is for, like what problem you're solving for this group of people, and how you're solving this in a unique way. Like this is where like the value creation comes in. And there are so many examples. Like this one is more about finding a place that values you, but you can translate it into having a business. So like you might have heard that story. I've heard it in two versions. So one version is with a car, the other version is with a watch. So
Mm,
let's say the grandfather gave his granddaughter a car and said, "Oh, go and offer this car to the dealership." The granddaughter went, offered the car to the dealership, and said, "Oh, they offered me $5,000." Then he said, "Oh, go and see what they will give you somewhere else." She said, "Oh, they actually offered me $15,000 or something like this." And then he said, "Okay, take it to this collector's place, right?" She went and said, "Oh, they offered me $500,000 for this car." So it's the same car, right? It's the same product, but one buyer values it at 5,000. It's a commodity, right? For another buyer, it's 50,000, let's say. And then for the third buyer, it's 500,000. And this is the thing, like value is so subjective, right? And then the other story that really helps me with the value is also like a bottle of water. When I am at home, if you offer me a bottle of water, I probably won't even buy it because I have my water. I'm drinking, and yeah, it's tap water, and we do have the filter and everything. But I wouldn't even buy it. I wouldn't pay you a cent for this one. But then, if I'm driving somewhere on the road and you offer me a bottle of water, I'll be more willing to buy it, and I will pay you a good price, right? Like probably the market price. And then when I'm flying, if there's no water and you offer me a bottle of water, you can charge me 5 times, 10 times what you're charging me when I'm on the road, right? So they're really like it's really again value is very subjective, and it's in the eye of the beholder, just like beauty. And that's why how we create value. It's really important to know who is your client, who is your ideal client, right? And not go after the ones who are paying 5,000 for the vintage car. Go for the ones who are paying at least 50. Ideally, go for the ones who are paying like 500,000 for that vintage car that put so much value, that have that problem, the pain, right? So you want to mention something, Joris?
yeah, we always talk about this. People who do not understand the value of what we deliver are not our client. And if we were, well, it's very interesting because if someone says no to you instead of you becoming depressed and say why I have to redo everything and I have to start all over, maybe that client doesn't understand the value. or your services doesn't have value for him. So you have to find those $500,000 uh, payers who understand the value of what you're delivering, and then you'll be successful.
And there are people like this. There are people like this who have the problem or who have the desire, whatever it is, who will buy. Like people buy,
Mm.
like someone like
Outcomes.
me,
People buy outcomes. Yeah.
people buy outcomes. That's true. But for example, someone like me, I don't even buy my own purses. You know. But then there are others who go and buy Birkin bags and whatever other high price things
Louis
there are.
Vuitton or yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And again,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
about the outcome. What what they experience after this. And if you think about like with services, it's really easy. Like a lot of times we focus on, oh, we provide 10 hours of support instead of saying, uh, we like if they instead of saying that, oh, we help overwhelmed executives create a clear growth roadmap, for example,
Mm.
or we are offering 3 sessions a month instead of focusing on, we actually help business owners get 10 hours back, the free 10 hours of their time. So like,
Mm.
again, it's really important to shift your focus, to shift your first how you see your business, right? And then how you
Mm.
communicate it, from the deliverables that, oh, it's 10 sessions or it's one bolt and nut or whatever, to the outcome that that this provides, right? So it's
Mm.
really, really important. And again, like deliverables are the sessions, deliverables are the widgets you are selling, deliverables
Mm.
are the hours you spend. These are deliverables, these are features, right? But when it
Mm.
comes to outcome, as I said, outcomes are the 10 hours that you free up from the owner, so the owner can actually do
Mm.
something, the freedom that the person gets because they don't go to jail. uh,
Mm.
the outcome is like, let's say you are manufacturing nuts and bolts, right? So the outcome is the durable machinery that your clients create, your customers create with your nuts and bolts, for example, right?
Mm.
Like really focusing on the outcome, and it will help you a lot with that. I know we'll talk about more about marketing, although it's digital marketing and sales, social media marketing. But like, this helps you with marketing. Like when you shift the focus and the conversation from uh, the features to the outcome, like it helps you communicate better and get people's attention. And again, as we were mentioning, like thinking, when you think about value, like ask a few questions to really, really dive deeper into not only what problem you're solving, but how people change after, like what's the change that people get after they work with you? What the
Mm.
If they are experiencing a pain before they work with you, what pain disappears? What becomes possible for them, right?
Mm.
And what do they say actually? Like, even think about your past clients. What do they actually say after they work with you? What are they saying after? And a lot of your clients might be saying, "Oh wow, we're so grateful we found you." Mm,
Mm.
So, what are they saying after they get the experience of working with you? And then, of course, again, the idea for this exercise is, yes, first for you to be really clear on with your business model, right? That this is the value we create. And this way you actually, what this helps with when you think about value creation, when you focus on the value creation, what it helps is it gets you away from the product, because a lot of us, we love our product, we love our solution. And
Mm.
this is one of the, I still remember in the MBA program, I don't remember the exact use case, that there was one use case. I might get it out of the storage and see which one it was, but they were giving an example of a company that was really successful, and uh, when some changes happened, because their focus were, oh, we are in the business of railroads or something like this, railroad transportation or railroads. they failed. Ultimately, this company failed when changes happened. But another one that was, oh, we're in the business of connecting people, started thriving. And I think UPS is one of those that actually started thriving, like they've changed things. So by you focusing on the value you create, you expand your view, your lens, and you're not that attached to your product or to your service. Because if what you help is after the experience of working with you, your clients are more confident, or you know, they get freedom or whatever it is, what you're offering right now is not the only way for them to get this. And as markets change, as the world changes, you are more like you're better positioned, you're well positioned to adapt. Because again, you're not that attached to your product or service. You know what the value
Mhm.
is, what you're really creating.
No, very well put. Very well put. And the clearer that value is, the less resistant you'll have from the when you talk about pricing, right? So when you can articulate properly what your value you're bringing in the beginning of the conversation that you're having, the toughest of the clients, when you get to the pricing, it will make that their resistance to that paying that price a lot lower, and they're more likely to become your client and stay your client. But the key is you have to be very clear on the value that you're adding. And it's also that also comes with, you need to understand your client. You need to know what is important to your client. So through conversations and listening to your client, you can understand what is it that they're trying to solve. What is it more important? If they have two problems or two, three challenges, which one is the most important to them? And you focus your value on that. And this is how you will get a client, and that client becomes one of your referral sources that will explain what you actually, because when the client talks about what you did or what you accomplished, they talk about the value that you brought. We were like, well, we worked with Lefficomp and now we are our business is 3x. We work with Lefficomp and now we are 85% automated, so we have free time to do AI or whatever. So
And or we worked with Levicomp, and my time is now I spend only 20 hours in the business instead of 60, right? Like,
yep, and I can start a
and
second business.
for or spend time with my family, go on real vacation. Like this is one of the
Yep,
things. A lot
yep.
of our clients, they're so overwhelmed that they don't go on vacations because their business
Mm,
stops when they're on vacation. And
mm,
so yeah, talk with your clients. And again, part of the value creation formula, or what's part of the value creation, is identifying your customers. Who are they? Who are the ones who put the $500,000 value on that car, not the ones who put a $5,000 value on that car. And don't waste your time trying to explain the value to dealerships that will buy it for 5,000, because for them it's a
they want to sell it
commodity.
for 500,000. Yeah.
For
Hmm.
them it's a commodity.
Yep.
Go
Absolutely.
and to
This
the
has no
collector
value.
circle, where they will pay 500,000 and more even, right? So really
Hmm.
really find, because no matter how much you talk about the value, how much you focus on outcomes, when you are in front of the wrong audience, when you are in front of those dealerships that uh, don't see this value, that for them, no, this is a commodity, 5,000, that's it, I'm not going more, your message will not land no matter how good it is. But when you are in front of that collector's audience, the right audience, you don't even need to talk. You don't even need to explain the value. They're like, oh,
Mm.
wow. Uh,
They already see it. Yeah.
they are already bought into this. Yeah. So your value, your message can be very poor or weak in a way. Your marketing message can be weak, but because you're in the front of the right audience that has the desire or the pain or whatever it is, you actually, again, your life will be way easier.
Hmm.
So in wrapping it up for today, really think about this, really think about the value you create. What are consistent results that you deliver for your customers. Write them down, like 2 to 3 maximum, right? That you consistently deliver, and really think about who are those customers, like who are the ones that are really your collectors, right? Who are they? And ignore the dealerships, right? Focus on collectors and start putting that message out, talking about in your next conversation with a customer or a client. First of all, make sure that this prospect is a collector, not a dealership, right? Like, make sure it's the collector, and then in that conversation, start using the outcome, right? Focus on the outcome. And so this is your action item for today, action step for today, to think about your value, the value creation in your company, right? And yesterday
and the
we
messaging of that value.
And the messaging, yeah, and the messaging. And yesterday we did mention the special Energy Leadership Index assessment offer that we have. And I just want to remind you, if you didn't listen to the episode yesterday, we are offering a limited number of complimentary ELI assessments, and highly recommend. I'll put the link again in the description. Highly recommend. If you're managing a team, especially, go grab an ELI assessment for yourself. Apply, and we'll let you know within a couple of business days. We'll let you know if you are one of the chosen ones for this month. It's something that we really want to share with the world. So go ahead and take advantage. And we'll be back tomorrow, diving into the 5 stages of the customer journey.
Yep. Very, very nice session, Anna. Beautiful. Hope everybody enjoyed. And I think we're going to wrap it up. Subscribe, comment, contact us. And for one thing for sure, enjoy this beautiful Monday, sunny Monday.
Oh yeah, oh yes, we will for sure enjoy it. So, and this is one of the beauty of being a business owner, yeah, right? The opportunity to actually not stick to that Monday to Friday. So, yeah, go ahead and enjoy the beautiful weather. Hopefully, it's beautiful weather where you are as well, right? Even if it's not, just remember to take a breather as well and enjoy every single day. And we'll be back tomorrow. Bye, Jores.
See you tomorrow. Bye, Anna.